Hi everyone, the Money Writer here. Today we are starting a new mini-series called Datapack Tools. In this series, I will be demonstrating multiple ways to spice up your data pack or to add to it. So some of them will be crafting mechanics, some of them will be other more mysterious and powerful things. Today we're going over one of my personal favorites, which is freezing time. So let's hop right into it. So for our first example, I'm going to show how it affects arrows. So if I flick this lever here, you see, hey, those are arrows. But if I shift, which is activating the freeze time effect, you will see they freeze in air. Now this is a pretty cool effect. The arrows are a little annoying as they always point in one direction, but it's a good way of dodging bullets. For my next example, I will show how you can use it in combat. If I just flick this lever here, as you can see, you can stop skeletons from hurting you, bows and arrows, and you can get multiple shots on them. Just like that. For my last example, I will show how you can use it for long range effect. Here we have a crossbow, some zombies, shift the freeze. You see they all get hit just like that. It can be very useful way. Also helps if you have quick shot on your crossbow. And now I'm going to give you guys a visualization of how the time freeze works. So you start with an entity. Let's take an arrow, for example. It has motion, some entities have AI, etc. All the things that make it move and do things. Then what you want to do is take that and put it into a scoreboard and then clear it away from the entity. So now it's under the scoreboard. Then, once you're done with the time freeze, you simply just put it back in the entity. It sounds simple, but it does take a little bit of complex commands and such. Lastly, I'm going to go over all the code. If you don't like all the code, this would be the point to click off the video. So in our init function, we're simply adding M1, M2, and M3. This is for the motion. We add sneak for sneak time to detect when they're sneaking. This is just so you can see that it's reloaded, and that's so it doesn't go all crazy. Now, I use the tag of God for if you're shifting. This is from a previous data pack, so I just adapted it. Now, this basically just makes it so if you're shifting repeatedly, then you have the tag. If not, then you lose the tag. Now, these two are going to make it so TNT and TNT minecarts don't actually explode while time is frozen. They'll disappear, but they won't explode until you restart time. Now, this basically says, hey, if there's a person who's freezing time, they have the tag of G start, so they're starting freezing time, then it's going to execute as all the new entities in the world, and it'll do new. Now, new basically kind of does what slow start does. It adds not gone. That's the tag for frozen. It gets all the motion data into the scoreboards, takes away its AI, takes away its gravity, takes away its motion, and it basically gives all these effects for like the players and for the entity, just to make sure they don't move. If it's a player, it will put an area effect cloud there, so it locks it completely in place, and it teleports it to it for the rotation. Now, slow start does pretty much the same thing, except it adds the tag of G start and it adds all these tags. Now, lastly, if you go back to main, you see slow end is when you don't have the tag anymore, but you still have G start, which means you've frozen time, but you're not shifting anymore. If that happens, it goes to slow end and it removes gstart, then it executes as all the frozen entities and it reapplies the motion. It sets it back to no AI, or to have AI, and it gives it back gravity. It clears all these effects, and it also kills all of the locking area effect clouds. Now one last thing is here at the lock, it's constantly teleporting the player to the area effect cloud, and that'll make it so the player doesn't rotate or anything, so it's kind of like they're frozen. So yeah, it's not super complex. It involves some data merging and things like that, but I thought this was a good little Datapack tool to start off the series. Alright, that's it everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment to make the comment sections more lively. That's it for today. Bye.